This call is now being recorded.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome to my video. In this video, I want to answer my midterm test, and in this video, I'm not alone, and like he is my new friends. Hello.
Hello. Hi,
Hi.
Ikrina.
Maybe you can introduce
Yeah.
yourself first.
Yeah. My name is Parahat. I am from Turkmenistan and currently I'm living in Indonesia. And yeah, I'm taking my bachelor degree right now uh, at University of Universitas Negeri Semarang, State University of Semarang.
UNES, right?
Yes, UNES.
And what is the major?
Yeah. I'm taking English education.
Oh, we are same. Me too, English education.
Oh, which grade are you? Which semester?
5.
Oh, five. I'm seven. Okay.
Okay, maybe we can start our discuss today.
Yes, you may.
I have sent the text for you.
Okay. Yes, I read about that.
Have you read? Or
Yes,
not
yes.
yet? Oh, thank you.
Just just read, but I didn't prepare.
Oh, no
Because
problem.
that's a
It's
question that
not.
we don't have to prepare.
Oh, maybe it's not difficult.
Yeah.
Our discuss today about culture shock. Do you know culture shock?
Yes, I know. Because in Indonesia, I have many times I had culture shock.
Oh, okay. Okay, for the first question, have you ever been going abroad or encounter with foreigners in certain of times? And could you please tell from which country and how long did you encounter with this foreigner?
Yeah. Is it about the people who are the foreigner, or is it about the country? Because I am a foreigner in here. I'm a foreigner in Indonesia, and but when I came, when I first came to Indonesia, I joined international class for learning bahasa, and in there I met many people from around the world. So some of them from China, from Japan, from Madagascar, from Philippines, from Tajikistan, and other countries as well, Cambodia and other. So I guess we all had a culture shock in Indonesia, and especially for people who are from Madagascar was a bit difficult for them. For them, the life was a bit difficult because the culture in there is really different. And in Central Asia, some of my friends from Central Asia, they're also little bit had a culture shock, but not really for Chinese Japan, for people from China, Japan, and Cambodia and Philippines. They didn't have culture shock because their culture is a bit similar with Indonesian culture. So so they didn't have. But the others had. Oh, sorry, here is raining, so maybe you can hear the thunder.
Nice, no problem. Let's.
Yeah, that is, and we had a culture shock many times. At the first, when we arrived at the airport, we already had a culture shock. But like when I went out from airport, I had a first I was wonder about the uh, Juma prayer in Indonesia, like when they tell something when they give khutbah, they usually like uh, they they speak loudly. In my country, they don't speak loudly, reading something, but in here they speak loudly. So Imam speak loudly, so I was afraid.
Farah?
I have no. Hello, is my voice clear?
No, no, not really.
Oh, oh, sorry. Actually, my internet is good. Maybe your connection is not. Well,
Yes.
okay. Now it's clear now.
Yes.
Okay. Let me continue. At the mosque, when Imam gives khutbah, that I was afraid of the Imam. I thought Imam was uh, being angry for something because he speaks so loudly that I was like, uh, I was afraid. I sit in front because I came a bit earlier and I was waiting for the Juma, and the tradition also was different. So I just wait and the Imam came and he begins to speak. I was like, oh my God, is he angry in something? For and a half hour, he was angry at something. So I was like, oh my God, what kind of what kind of prayer is that? That are they just screaming each other like that? But when I after I learned Indonesian bahasa, I was that was a khutbah. That was talking. They always talking about something good. So that was the first my first culture shock.
Before we start, may I know, are you
Yes,
Muslim? Oh, I
yes, I
think
am
you are not, I think you are not Muslim.
Christian or something. No,
So
no, I
I'm
am.
afraid
Alhamdulillah.
to chat you Assalamualaikum because I don't know your.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me either. When I speak with someone from from other countries, not from Indonesia as well. Sometimes I'm afraid. I just say Selamat malam. Maybe I'm afraid. Maybe they are not Muslim, so they will not. But in Indonesia, non-Muslims also good. They say Walaikum Salam, or they also sometimes ask me Salam Alaikum, and they talk to me because they know I'm a Muslim. I do the same sometimes if I go abroad or if I talk with someone who is foreigner and uh, is my
Okay.
correct?
Yes. Okay, Farah, maybe we next the second question.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you experience a culture shock during the time you were communicating with this foreigner? Please tell further what culture shock did you experience? Maybe you are a foreigner in Indonesian, and then when
Yes,
you in Indonesian you have a culture shock. Uh,
yes, yes. I told you one. I told you one that what happened in mosque, and but that was because of the misunderstanding the language. But in after I begin to understand the Indonesia also, I had a culture shock like that. Every person I meet, they always want to ask five questions. They always ask that five question, and they're curious about you. But in my country, we are not that curious about the foreigners. We know, he's foreigner. That's all. We don't talk like, where are you from? What's your name? Or how is your age? Are you married? We don't care about that. Maybe if we need to, we ask. If we don't need to, we don't ask. We just ask, what is your name? That's all. We don't ask, when did you came to Indonesia and how long have you been here, or other some questions. Most of the questions are about, are you single, or have you married, like, like that.
oh,
And
maybe
I was
do you ever if Indonesian people is friendly? Do you agree like or not?
Yes, they are. They are friendly. They are really more friendly. Sometimes they are over friendly. I guess sometimes they are over friendly. They ask to come to their village. Even first time I met him or met her, and they they just don't know me well, but they ask me to come to their village, and I go there, and there they're like their old friend. They act like their old friend, and they act they give me the food, and they call their parents. Their neighbors come and they talk to me something that I don't understand even because in the village, if I go to the village, they always use Japanese, and they they know I don't understand Japanese, but still they still talking about that. They're talking in that language, and my friends are explaining, but we just met once, and they directly asked me to their home. And I was like, if it's student, if he's or her she's a student, I do go. But if they are from outside, no, I can't go because I also have to trust him. But that was a bit weird because when you sound and you cannot offer to come to your home, it's a bit weird for me. Yeah, they are
Okay,
come
Bara, but
over.
you can
Oh,
you can speak Indonesian, right?
yeah, I know. I can speak Indonesian. It-
But you cannot speak Japanese.
No, I just
But
I just
do you
know few.
understand?
No, I just know few what's it, sentences, such as uh, maybe the words, I guess, like poncho or like oropopo, like that. Something bit uh, oraiso, like that.
Okay,
But
Farah, maybe we can next the question.
yes, yes.
How did you feel about this culture shock you experienced with the foreigner? Did it affect your relation with the foreigner?
Oh yes, I do. I do have some friends that I still communicate with them, and they are really good. Because I lived in Indonesia, I lived in three cities. Well, first in Surabaya, second in Pekanbaru in Riau, and then I moved to the Semarang. I now currently I'm in Semarang. So in that three cities, I have many friends. If I go last year, I went to the Surabaya, and I still communicate with my friends that which make me shocked first. They I still communicate with them, and they are really good. They are really friendly, and the good side of that, good side of it is when I go outside of the city. For example, if I want to go to Jogja, I have some contacts of the Indonesians. I contact them. I'm going to Jogja. Can you help me? And they provide me with motorcycle. They provide me food. They provide me shelter. They provide me everything, and that is a good thing that I always get from my friends.
Do you have go to Jogja with motorcycle from
Uh,
Semarang?
yes, many times. It's about 3 hours when we go, and I just have one. Yeah, I usually eat once in Magelang. I
I
stop
see.
in Magelang and go again. But still good. Yeah, I don't really tired when I go to Jogja.
Okay, next question, Farah. What the
Yes.
solution did you finally come up with this culture shock? How did you finally adapt to it? How can
Oh.
you adapt adaptation with the culture shock?
Yeah, it didn't take too long. After a month, after I came to Indonesia, after a month, I was okay with everything. That I because I know that it's not harmful, so I do that. And some of the tradition I still keep doing. I do myself as well. For example, when they in a mosque, yeah, in a mosque when someone want to pass you, they do this thing. They do this thing. beat go bow you and pass with their hand is in front like that. And I still do that. I learned from I learned that in Indonesia, and I still do that. When I want to pass someone, I little bit bow and ask ask to move and go. Then and I already adapt that. Then many, not just that. When I say hello, when I salam with someone, when I greet with someone, I do this thing. I don't know what they call after they shake hands. They do that. They do this thing. Their hand is on their chest. So I took that. I that was a positive. I guess that was like I'm I don't know what I'm doing, but still good thing that I'm keep doing that. Sometimes I do it with my friends from my country, and they comment, "Oh, you became Indonesian." At the first time when they see me, "Oh, you became Indonesian." When I do some Indonesian cultures, or when I wear sarung, one of them is the sarung that I wear always, and they say that, "Oh my God, you became Indonesian."
In your country, wear sarung or not?
No, we
Sarung?
don't. We don't have. We wear pants. So we, we don't have sarong.
We don't have sarung. Okay. By the way, how long you have lived in Indonesia, especially in Semarang?
uh, in Semarang, it's about 3 10 more years, 3.5, I guess, in Semarang. But around Indonesia, I lived for about five 5 years and 3 months, I guess, 3 or 4 months. Quite long. I haven't go back to my country.
Do you miss your country?
Not really. I'm good here. I'm good here. So I I want to graduate first. Maybe we will see.
Okay, next the question, Farah. What the lesson learned you have got from that culture shock?
So
Lesson learned.
I think I answered this question already. Yeah. Uh, what kind of lessons I learned? Culture shock. I learned how to not to be culture shock, I guess, because after after these long years, whatever I see, I don't really shock about it. Oh, that's a part of culture. I just say, oh, this is a part of culture. I don't have to be shocked with that, and I go along with it. Then maybe that's because of the experience. Then I always take the positive things. Uh, we, I, I not self. Uh, yeah, I find sometimes I saw the negative cultures, but most of the time that I saw the positive cultures, so I took that. So most of them I took. Like uh, one of them is drinking tea. Yes, yeah, drinking tea with the sugar. In my country, we don't drink tea with sugar or with ice. We drink tea, just tea, the green tea we have, and we don't use sugar or we don't use iced tea. So, but in Indonesia, everywhere is iced tea, and I drink it. I like it. I at home also, if I'm alone, I buy it. I buy myself. Or so sometimes I go to Warung and drink kopi jaya. I sometimes drink kopi jaya. Then that is something that's something positive, I guess. We do. I did take that. I learned how to live with it.
Did the culture in your country and Indonesian not really different or very different?
There are several things that are that are similar. Because my country also Muslim country, not a Muslim country. We are democratic country, but like Indonesian Republic, but uh, like we also like Indonesian population are Muslim, but the country is modern, regular country like other countries, not like Saudi Arabia, or not officially Muslim country, but we have a lot of Muslims. So our culture also, the Muslim things are Muslim culture are adapted in here are similar. So I didn't have really difficult time with it. But yeah, something is different. For example, in Indonesia, when my friends pray, they don't pray the sunnah. They usually just skip the sunnah. But in my country, they strongly recommend the sunnah. So the sunnah is same as fardu. So we do pray sunnah before or after sunnah. We do pray, but in Indonesia, they just pray some of my friends just pray the fardu, the 5 times fardu, then that's all. Or some of them, most of the time I meet this thing that at the subuh, after second record finish, they usually do a dua. I don't know what is that, but we don't have that, and we do, and others. Yeah, yeah, just Muslim things are similar, but the most of I always shock about the things that are originated in here. That is a Hindu or Buddhist culture. Make me like bit shocked. Especially in Semarang is around when I go to around Kota Lama or when I go to Sampokong, I have big difficult time that I still wonder sometimes in there. Oh, this thing. Oh, that thing. That like. Oh, this house is different. That is different. I usually wonder in that side, but around Unes, I don't have really different. I don't feel really different. Maybe because I live really long. 5 years is not is a quite more for me for a foreigner. So I maybe it's not strange anymore for me. Also, I lived in Pekanbaru, that Riau, and maybe I saw the Malayu people, I saw the Javanese people, I met the Sunda people, and I have really lived with them. So maybe because of that, it's not really difficult for me. But there are some different things that are non-Muslim cultures are. Still a bit different.
Okay, Farah. Thank you. Maybe this is our last session. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're
Sorry for
welcome.
disturb.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Thank you for thank you for asking me to interview about this culture, like because I also like to talk about it.
Okay. Success for your study.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, this is your homework, isn't
Yeah.
it? Assignment.
Okay, Farah. I will stop the record.
Yeah,
Thank you, Farah.
yeah, you're welcome.